Quickly head across to Amar Singh, Head Advisory at Angel Broking. Welcome to the show, Amar, and a very good morning. Overall, 10,440 was the support that we were looking at. We've again reclaimed back from that level above the 10,500 mark. Do you think we will maintain and sustain above 10,500? And if yes, what would be key levels that we could be watching out for?
Yeah, a very good morning. What we are seeing in Nifty is a pullback. Definitely, Nifty has taken strong support around the 10,400, 420 odd levels. So, and from there it's bounced back. But yes, higher side is likely to meet with some selling pressure. So, the levels to watch out for Nifty is going to be 10,550, 560 on the upside. That should act as a technical level for resistance. So, those who bought on the lows, they would look at booking profits, and also there could be some selling pressure coming. What we're seeing on the charts is that on the daily charts, Nifty's moved into the oversold territory, and it was somewhere around key support levels on the weekly chart. So that's the reason we've seen this pullback. But we need to see whether this pullback sustains, because consistently for any significant up move and decisive move, Nifty needs to trade above 10,600, 620, 630 level. So I would say that trading with caution is advised, and also the market is likely to remain choppy, so we could see the market trading both ways in the short term.
Right. Amar, good morning again. So are you actually saying that perhaps yesterday's second half sort of short covering there are chances that could be actually proved as a bull trap? And if you have a cautious view on Nifty, how is Bank Nifty looking to you? Because we have crossed 26,000 levels. There was some short covering the futures here. There was some put writing happening at 25,800, around a bit on 500. But what's the view looking like? Because Nifty IT also again has actually shown some good movement here. So if there is any selling which is going to return perhaps more in the second half here, what actually are the indices or perhaps sectors again which could be actually pulling the index down here?
I would say that first I'll talk about Bank Nifty. Well, see, if you look at Bank Nifty, technically Bank Nifty is anytime stronger than Nifty. So that's something which is coming out very clear on the chart. So that's the reason we are seeing this Bank Nifty up move. That's one. On the Bank Nifty, what we are likely to see is that somewhere around 26,250, 300, that should act as some resistance on the upside. So that could be a level where we could see some selling pressure coming into it. But it seems that Bank Nifty has found a very strong support base around 25,700, 750 odd levels. So that's the range which I see. So any pullback can be used as a buying opportunity. But one needs to remember in Bank Nifty that 26,250 to 300, that should act as one resistance. Now coming to the stocks and the sectors, see what we are likely to see is that there is selling pressure in the metal stocks. They could still be under pressure. As you rightly said, that we are seeing some pullback in the IT space as well, and that is also being reflected in the likes of Tech Mahindra and other IT stocks. So there any dip can be used as a buying opportunity. Say for example, if one looks at Tech Mahindra. Any pullback around it's currently around 711 levels. Any pullback towards 700 can be used as a buying opportunity with a stop loss below 670 and a target of 775 on the upside. As far as if you look at other sectors, so particularly if you look at the automobile sector, what we are seeing is that still there is some concerns with regard to them. And if you look at particularly Tata Motors, so it was expected that there was some respite around the 300 odd levels, but that has also been taken out. So clearly reflecting that there could be some selling pressure in the automotive stocks as well.
Right. So pressure with regards to auto stocks is something that we could watch out for. But IT will be a pack that could continue to see some buying interest. But Amar, before we let you go, any top picks with regards to today's day of trade that one could look at?
Yeah, I would say that one can look at GAIL. GAIL, what we are seeing is that the trend remains extremely weak for GAIL. We did witness some sharp recovery yesterday, but overall the selling pressure still remains. So any pullback towards 315, 16 levels, that can be a buying opportunity with a stop loss above 322 and a target of 300 on the downside. And the other stock one can look at is Godrej Properties. Godrej Properties, what we are seeing is that if you look at this particular stock, Godrej, what we are witnessing in Godrej is that technically it's looking good on the charts. We did see some correction, but overall Godrej Properties, one can look at accumulating. So one can look at Godrej Properties for a buy.
Right, Godrej Properties a counter that we could be watching out for. In the last 5 trading sessions, we've seen cuts of almost 5 to 7%. Yesterday as well, the stock has ended lower with almost 1.5% kind of losses. But thank you, Amar. Thank you for sharing your views as well as giving your stock picks for the day, and wish you a happy Friday as well. But moving from there on,